guys, and welcome to Motor Midfield. We're here for USL 2 action, and it is a title battle. We have got the Rough Riders, who are top of the Metropolitan Conference right now, on our left in their huddle, and they're facing off against Cedar Stars, who are second and hot on their tail. It is finally cooled down. It was an absolute roaster earlier today, but it's a nice cool 75. And without further ado, guys, let's have a look at our Long Island Rough Riders starting lineup. Starting in goal, we're going to have Samuel Lin. At the back, we're going to have Dent Garcia. Sitting in the middle is going to be Ackerkamp. And to complete the trio at the back is going to be Thiessen, who, of course, we saw score just a week ago. At the right wing back is going to be Flynn, the freshman. In the centre midfield is going to be Diaz. And alongside him is going to be Rosler. Max Rogers is going to be the left winger. Lead in the right wing is going to be Joseph Sanchez. Leading the line is going to be the skipper, Mr. Long Island Rough Riders, Matt Sloan. And we're going to have Edward Capote, very dangerous winger, starting left wing, as we have our teams there walking out onto this beautiful field. And still no spectators allowed, unfortunately, in Motor Midfield, but what an amazing atmosphere I'm sure it would be if we did have them. But we are still in for a terrific night of football here. The Rough Riders are in their crunch period of the season. They played the Red Bulls on a Wednesday night and drew that one. And then last week, on Sunday, they got themselves a 2-0 win before heading off against Manhattan Soccer Club, someone they can also consider a title rival, on Wednesday, which was a draw. But the Rough Riders still unbeaten this season. And they'll certainly be looking to carry that on tonight and maybe extend their lead above the competition. Capote, the number 11 for the Rough Riders, places the ball in the centre circle. And we're off and underway. The Rough Riders in the white, Cedar Stars in the green. And let's see what this Sunday night title battle in the USL has in store for us. And we already had a ball over the fence. So Thiessen going out to Sloan. And Sloan, in this opening minute, is going to get his first chance to launch a throw-in. Sent in towards Diaz. And it's Ackerkamp, the big centre-back up there. Flynn gets a foot in it. Sanchez, who has such good composure on the ball. Give it to Thiessen. Play back to Lin, who was getting a start tonight. The last time we saw Rough Riders, it was Lavino starting, but Lin, who's going to be the stopper for the Rough Riders tonight. Ackerkamp goes into Diaz. Dent Garcia. Looking long for Capote, headed out by Green. And Diaz, the big frame, already having a couple of dominating touches. Capote, very tricky customer. And Thiensen pushing it forwards. He's looking back for Max Rogers. Well, a little bit overhit for him. Cedar Rush looking to get their first foray forwards. Sorry, Cedar Stars Rush even. Still in. Cedar Rush, the game before against the women. If you watch that one, it's a terrific match. The Long Island Rough Riders women getting their first win of the season. Another brace from Nunez. 4-2 for her. And a first 3 points for the women. So a free kick here for Cedar Stars though. Dent Garcia getting a big head on it. Rosler looking to set away Capote. And Capote's got a touch head, but it's going to run back for Corolla. Sanchez. Get it to Flynn, to the last touch off Flynn. And the Rough Riders line up today with a 3-4-3 with that centre-back trio. The Germans who have kept I think 6 clean sheets now this season. Dent Garcia and Thiessen, partnership from West Virginia, where they have a similarly impressive defensive record, and they've been very, very hard to break down the Rough Riders this season. And Lamb just looked like he'd run into a little bit of trouble, but managed to get it out, the left back. Rosa gives out to Joey Sanchez, and he's dinked that in towards Capote. And Capote coming into the box, Green clearing it out, and it's going to be throw in right by the flag. Effectively a corner when you've got that Matthew Sloan throw. Everyone back for the Cedar Stars, who have clearly done their homework on Sloan's throw. The skipper looking to hit Diaz again, and Diaz gets the flick, and it's flashed across the box. Cleared out back with Sanchez. And he couldn't wrap his fur around it. Avarallo getting back to Lamb. Lamb's looking up for Ricketts. And Rodriguez setting his partner down. Ackerkamp over there quickly. He's still going Ricketts. Fed back across the box. And I think there's a combination of a Rough Rider and Cedar Star head there. Most importantly for the Rough Riders, redirected away from the goal. Sloan holds that one up, and now they're going to have a chance to break. Here's Rosler. Rogers streaking up down that left, but the ball is not a good one by Rosler, and the counter-attacking opportunity lost. Decent, getting a big head on it. And he opened his Rough Riders account last weekend, Thiensen, with a header from a corner. Also kept a clean sheet, not a bad night for a centre-back. It's a good physical battle there between Dent Garcia and Ricketts, and Dent Garcia showing his usual composure on the ball. It's a Maradona turn previously. Ronaldo chop this time. And Coach Bowen did say to me that, although he greatly admires Dent Garcia's composure on the ball, it sometimes does up his blood pressure a little bit, just seeing how cool the German is with it, even when he has it at the back. But he's a great distributor for the Rough Riders. And there he is again, back to Lynn. And Lynn just puts his foot through that one. Cedar Stars closed it well. And Lamb sending it back where it came from. Ackamp heading on. Flynn, who was late with his foot. And Lamb holding his head. May get a yellow for that. Flynn. Referee having a quick inspection of Lamb, I think deciding nothing too serious. And Flynn just getting a warning. And Lamb is back on his feet again. And they're still talking now, Lamb and Sloan. And in the end, it's going to be restarted. Sent up by Olano. Cleared out comfortably enough by Ackamp. And that's a little bit loose. And Sanchez into Capote. And Capote just offside. Lamb still complaining to the linesman, and he's got bloody nose, Lamb, so he's just going to, I think, require. Well, the linesman saying he's got blood. I think the referee, upon a closer medical inspection, deciding it hasn't run out the nose yet, so he can continue playing. Of course, he was bleeding. He'd have to get some attention. And that one's sent out wide. Lost, and Thiessen looking long up for Capote. Capote, who escaped the tackle and got clipped. And looking long towards Capote. Leon watching that one, and the centre back getting a hold of it and giving back to Sanchez though. Not the delivery needed, but Leon living very dangerously there. Peterson's going to look down the line, industrial tackle, but play on us, another hard one on Rosler. Diaz giving back to Thiessen. And Rosler is looking in behind for Capote, or even for Rogers, sorry. And Rogers, who's earned his way into that starting lineup with the last couple of games. He's injected a lot of pace coming off of the bench. And starting tonight, Lamb bringing it forward. And Avalero even, just wasn't in the position to receive it. Ackamp giving it to Rosler, and Rosler's looking in behind, and Rogers streaking towards that, and it's a good ball, and he's dinked it lovely in. He's coming in at that byline, sent back across the box, at the back post, almost to Sloan, Chance is still alive. Flynn got a lot of bodies around him, but he's managed to wriggle past him. He's done really well getting Flynn. And it's going to be the first corner. But good there from the Rough Riders. Rosler setting away Max Rogers, who flicked over Peterson's slide tackle with a cultured touch. And it was a green header that just took it off from Matty Sloan. Rosler gives it to Sanchez, and they've fallen asleep, Cedar Stars. Hopefully, and then Garcia with a bicycle kick, and well, that was Diaz even, straight at the goalkeeper. Not a bad effort at all. Kohler gathering it in the end. As we just passed that 10-minute mark, the game just starting to come alive. Moreno to Green. Green draws it out to Lamb. Lavarello. And Olano goes out to Ricketts. Ricketts looking across the box, and it's the awkward one for Thiessen, who took a slight touch on it. And that was enough to take it away from Peterson, who was lurking on that back post. Good ball in by Ricketts. And it's going to be Cedar Stars' turn. Sent it towards the 6-yard box, headed back across. And cleared out by Rosler. Back with Sanchez, who got a little nick and went down. And it's going to be a free kick and another good crossing position. Coach Bowen not happy with that one. They're taking it short. Coming across, and it's flashed across again. And Lynn gets the touch, but still bouncing. And Flynn clearing it, crucially. And the free kick corner, Capote, he jumped up. I think he felt like it should have been for him because he got the body, but it's going to be Cedar Stars' free kick. That was a hairy moment. Rough Riders just fell asleep off of the short free kick. Cedar Stars going to have another one, a bit more central this time. That one's whipped in, and a Lynn comes out for it, and that one is comfortable enough for the goalkeeper. Diaz. Ackerkamp. Going out to Thiessen. He's looking in behind for Capote, and he's found him, and Capote offside again. Capote just starting to feel a little bit hard done by some of these calls at the moment. Arello. At Moore. He's looking for the game and go. Peterson, Moore still going on that overlap. Peterson dealing with the initial danger. And Lamb, skipper, sending that back in. Pearson comfortable enough, and Rosler getting another end on it. Rodriguez judged to have had it, and he hit the scoreboard very hard there, or the back number one even. Thiessen to Rogers. Rosler is looking across for Sanchez. Intercepted. He's going to fall back for Diaz. And here is Sanchez now. So well just to bring that one down. But his pass sold Dent Garcia a little short. But Dent Garcia, true to form, took it around two. He tried to do too much there though, the big German. A little bit fortunate to get that free kick. But some terrific feet once again to get Boss, I think he's going to have an attacking highlight reel of his own, the centre-back, if he carries this up. Lovely 1-2 between Sanchez and Capote. And the Sloan is looking for it. Come back to Galen, and Sloan just judged to have done too much on the back of the Cedar Stars defender. Collar sends that one up long. Rodriguez looking for the flick onto Ricketts, but he was preoccupied with Ackerkamp. Thiensen gives it back to Elin. Sends that one long. Sloan looking to challenge for it. Rosler hooks it up towards Capote, and Capote is looking to flick onto Rogers, but he wasn't making the attacking run. Green just puts his foot through that one, it's gone out. You're going to suffer. And that one's sent over to Sloan, and Sloan's got a bit of space here. Capote moving up to the middle. He looks the back post towards Flynn. Sanchez bringing that down. Plenty of options now to aim for. He's still going Sanchez. Dinked in towards the back post, but it's gone out over the back of the goal. Leong. Moreno to Rodriguez. Very calm by Dent Garcia with another lovely touch. Thiensen, not a good ball by him though. And Rodriguez going out to Pearson, and Pearson is driving forwards into the box, and it's a good chance for Cedar Stars. Straight Lynn at the front post. But for a moment, the right winger found himself in plenty of space. Flynn has got caught in it, and Avellero gives it to Ricketts. Not too much in the box right now, but they're catching up with him. Lamb, a lot of white shots back now, but he's done well there, Lamb, and Ricketts sending it back across, and Lynn punching that one out. That's going to be Peterson who's going to deliver this one in. Referee just giving Lamb a chance to tie his shoelaces. The corner will now be taken, sent in towards the middle. Dent Garcia got a header on the front post. Cleared out by Sanchez. Bruno trying to feed that one on. Lovely turn there by Rodriguez. And Cedar Stars, we've had the better of this first 20 minutes. Looking to take that one quickly. And Avalero send it back across. Rogers clearing it out. That's the second time Cedar Stars have caught the Rough Riders napping on a short free kick, and they've got to be careful. The home side. Kohler looking long. Comfortable enough for Flynn, but it's back with Lamb. Moreno. Just looking back to Lambert. Then Garcia intercepting it. Sloan. Just looking for the give and go to Rosler. And Rosler with a good pass back in towards Sloan. It's a foot race with Green. Sloan managed to get the first foot on it. It's taken a hit off the corner flag and it's still in. And Sloan in the end done well to salvage a Rough Riders throw in, and he will take it again, the skipper. And it's the big defensive midfielder Diaz on that front post again. Sloan's going to try and hit. Gone over Diaz. Valero clearing that one out. Flynn. Gives out to Rogers. He's been a little quiet so far, Australian winger. But when he does get on that ball, ejects so much speed on that. Capote. To Rosler. Back to Rogers. They've been caught on it again, the Rough Riders, but that occasion, Rodriguez's tackle took it out for a throw. Looking in for Rosler. Cleared out by Peterson. It's going to be another Rough Riders throw. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And if you're watching us on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We have got so much more football coming to you this summer. We've got all the Rough Riders home games, much more. We hit about 60 games in spring season since March 27th. Huge thank you to all the teams that brought us in. We have seen some amazing stuff and we are just getting started. So hit that subscribe button, guys, and I hope you are enjoying the coverage. Thank you for supporting both these teams tonight. As it's given it to Rosler down on the byline, and he's gone for the clever nutmeg. Corner is the reward. And Joseph Sanchez will deliver it in. Cedar Stars again, putting everyone back in the box. With the exception of Rodriguez. Sanchez, and that one, and Thiessen almost got ahead on it. And then Dent Garcia as well. Just came at him too quickly for him to get his feet sorted out. Thiessen, who scored from a similar position off of a corner last weekend. It's not too far away from that one either. He found himself a little bit of space, got so much height. Back free. Rosler, back to Diaz. And the ref calling that one back. Cedar Stars just asking, they could have had the advantage there. Ricketts, give it to Rodriguez. Avalaro going forwards, and Peterson's looking in for behind. Filling off his line quickly enough to sweep away the danger. He's looking long from Flynn, a little bit hopeful. Diaz. Oh, sorry, Sanchez, but couldn't find the target. And that was cleared with such force by Green. I think his shin pad came flying out there. Does get a hold of it now. 25 minutes gone in this first half with it all level in this title battle. Cedar Stars having slightly the better of the first quarter of this match. Sanchez got a foot on it, got a bit of Rodriguez as well, but enough for the ball. Capote turning well. Diaz. Rogers looking for Sloan. Sloan's first touch, just down a sec. Capote can get hold of it. And everyone just froze for a second, expecting a whistle to be blown. Diaz trying to get his head on that one. And he caught too much of Rodriguez. Gives that back to Kola. Kola's looking up for Peterson. He's moved onto the... Oh, that was very late on Flynn. Peterson's moved onto that left wing, swap sides with Avalero. Referee just having a quick word with Olano. Referee just putting them backs, asking them to wait for the whistle. Dane Garcia going for route one, looking up for Sloan. Cleared out by Moore. Back with Dane Garcia. Ricketts has managed to get that off of Dane Garcia. His first touch really letting him down, and Ricketts wriggled away from him, and it's going to be a free kick. Good work there by Ricketts. Now it's a little bit loose by Lam. Sloan not too far away from that at all. Green having to take emergency action there. Pearson out. Both sides just struggling to find their rhythm at the moment. Capote getting hold of it. We haven't seen too much of it in the attacking third, where he's so dangerous. Reminds me a little bit of Robin Capote. Excellent footwork, and he just loves to get it onto that shooting foot and whip it in. And it's another late one on Flynn, and Flynn holding the ankle this time. Lam being called over. There's been a little bit of combat between Flynn and Lam on that side. Flynn getting that early high foot on Lam's chest. And Lam returning the favour there with a pretty poorly timed late tackle. Dane Garcia looking up for Sloan again. But the route one just not quite working for the referees. Back with Capote. And here he is where he likes it, Capote. Gives that to Rogers, and Rogers sending it towards the back post. Sloan left it for Flynn, and Flynn left it as well. Looking down the line, Dane Garcia winning out the tussle with Ricketts this time. Capote. Rogers steaming down the left. Capote's going to feed it to Rogers. He's got a chance there. Rogers back across and a foot or two past the post. Best chance of the game so far. And Rogers showing there the threat he carries with that lightning pace. He had a lot of ground to catch up on Capote. Capote waiting it perfectly. And Rogers right decision to take it first time. Just couldn't apply the finish. I'm just sending that one hopefully, but Ricketts getting ahead on it. And the number 15 has looked dangerous for Cedar Stars so far. Getting it to Avalero. Rodriguez on the edge. Trying to get that shot, and he's had it cannoned off of the mighty frame of Ackerkamp. And Rogers clearing that one out. Moreno, lovely 1-2 with Rodriguez. And Lam looking in towards the back post at Ricketts, who just could not bring it down. Touch took it away, still got a hold of it. Ricketts being forced a long way back, switching out to Leong. Peterson going up against Dent Garcia. Peterson looking to dink it in, too close to Alin. Sanchez looking up for Sloan, and Sloan bringing it down. He's going to drive forward to the skipper. A lot of green shirts in front of him, gives out to Flynn on the right. Still going, Sloan. Ball's behind him from Flynn. Play allowed to carry on, and here's Olano. Getting back to Lamb. It's another free kick on the Rough Riders. Starting to get a little unhappy, feeling some of these fouls maybe a little bit soft. And I just want to correct something I said earlier about the Rough Riders' defensive record. It was, I think I said previously, it was 6. It's actually 7 in 8 games. Unbelievable record. I do not want to undersell it, but Cedar Stars have carried a threat. It's going out to Peterson. Peterson again, coming well onto that right foot. Cross, laying down again. I should note as well, with that clean sheet record for the Rough Riders, the only goal that was conceded was a penalty kick, so they have not conceded yet in 8 games. The Rough Riders, an open play goal. Sent back in, and it looked like it took a hand there, and peeling there. It was Diaz. Him and Ricketts coming together, nothing given. Cedar Stars will have a corner, and again it caught Rough Riders napping, and it's going to be sent in towards the back post. And Lynn punching it, hooked back in, and Diaz putting a big foot through that one, clearing it out. Rough Riders, 3rd occasion now they've been caught napping on a short set piece. Rodriguez to Lamb. Finally back to Rodriguez. Dent Garcia out to Flynn. Flynn with some nice feet, escaping from Lamb. And Sloan did really well to get that back into the freshman's path. Fed back to Sloan, and Sloan going for the early speculative chance. Spotted Kohler slightly out of position, but has still taken something very special. Green driving that one for us. Dent Garcia. First touch. Lets him down though. Olano pushing forwards. Diaz getting good. Found that one. Sanchez. Goes out to Flynn. Back to Dent Garcia. Dent Garcia's looking for Rogers. They overplayed a little bit, and Rodriguez is going to have some space to drive into. Coming in at Ackerkamp. Rodriguez trying to get between Dent Garcia and Ackerkamp. It's always going to be a difficult task. Cleared out by Flynn. Cedar Stars having plenty of the ball at the moment, the away team. Moreno coming forwards with it. Ricketts ahead of him. Back to Lano. Now Lano's looking to reverse it back to Ricketts. Again, the Rough Riders defence stands the test. Sanchez giving it to Diaz. And Rogers is going to have a bit of space out here. Thiensen. Nice little dummy, still coming forward, centre back. Capote. Goes back to Thiensen. Capote just got caught in it. He's going to go out for a throw. Green did not connect with that one well, sliced out and bounced off the fence and over it. 10 minutes left in this first half. Both teams having half chances. Probably been a little bit more in the favour of the Cedar Stars. Sloan is going to throw it up, and all the big guns are up there for the Rough Riders. Bounce around, and Diaz gets the head on it. Falling back to his feet, it's dangerous for the Cedar Stars. Clear it out, and Sanchez going to have the long range strike, and he caught hold of that one. But Alano got his body in their way. And Sloan back in long again. Capote doing well, going back to Flynn. Flynn to Thiensen, and Ricketts came in late on him, and a little bit cheap from Ricketts. Because Flynn's pass to Thiensen to put the centre back under a lot of pressure. He's given out to Rogers. Rogers trying to escape away from Moore. He's giving it to Capote. Capote racing after it. And it's going to be another corner kick for the Rough Riders. Well worked on the left side between Rogers and Capote. Sanchez, send this one in. Dan Garcia's looking from the back post, couldn't get the direction. And cleared out by Cedar Stars. Flynn bring that one down well. Rosler. Flynn alert to the loose pass. Peterson. Oleno. Well worked there. Lovely leave by Ricketts, and Peterson coming down the left side. Looks in towards Ricketts. He managed to bring it down but couldn't turn. And Rogers gives into Sanchez. Could switch out towards Flynn. And Dent Garcia with it. A bit of time on it. Dent Garcia looking over the top towards Sloan. Sloan brought it down. Gives that to Flynn. Just held up. Rosler. Gives it back to Diaz. And Diaz is still coming forwards. You don't want to invite him forwards. He's going to have the shot, Diaz, across the goal. And then not too far from Sloan. And Diaz managed to cover a lot of ground without too much resistance there. Not too far from Sloan. 5 minutes left in the half. Diaz getting a foot on that. Flynn just looking first time over the top for Sloan. Diaz going to Rosa. Nice work between those two. Sanchez. Great composure under the pressure. Back to Diaz. But Diaz been caught in it that time. And Ricketts is going to bring it forward. It's a 3-on-3. Ricketts going to have the shot. Ackerkamp got himself in the way. And Lynn knocking that one out. Big header by Green, but it's falling to Rogers. And Rogers going to draw that across towards Sloan. Sloan, good head down to Rosler, and Rosler looking towards Flynn is the right idea, but not good execution by the number 8. Who has got the last goal these Rough Riders men scored. It was very fortunate against Motown. The keeper clearing it out, cannoned off the back of his defender, landed to Rosler on the edge of the box with the goalkeeper out of position, but Rosler finishing it very nicely past a couple of bodies on the line. And the Rough Riders drew 0-0 against Manhattan Soccer Club on Wednesday, a team that really was considered in the front running for that title challenge. They're a little bit further down the table as Manhattan, but a couple of games in hand on the Rough Riders. Cedar Stars, another team in the competition. And it really has been a difficult run of fixtures for the Rough Riders. Remained unbeaten through it, and kept clean sheets throughout it. They will be anxious to get the win today to extend that lead from the competition that is hot on their heels. Lovely touch there by Rodriguez, who then got brought down by Diaz. That free kick sent it towards the back. Ackerkamp getting the head on it. Can only put it out for a corner. 2 minutes left in this first half. What can they deliver in here, Cedar Stars? They've got 2 standing over it. Looking like they're going to do a shot, but no, they're just going to send that one in. And it was Lamb who got a head on it. But the referee not seeing it, and he's got the Rough Riders' wrath once again. It's not too difficult to see that hit off the back of Lamb. They're going to have another crack at it, Cedar Stars. What a golden time this would be to get themselves in the lead. Sent in towards the 6-yard box, and it went over everyone. There's Leong at the back post, snooping around. Sanchez gives it back to Thiessen. To Capote. Brought it down, a little appeal for half handball from the Cedar Stars bench. Thiessen gives it back to Alin. And Alin's under pressure by Ricketts, and Ricketts was not far away from that at all. Had quite a burst of speed in there. Ricketts closed down Alin a little quicker than he expected. Rogers looking in behind for Sloan. Sorry, Capote even. Capote has it down by that corner flag. Flynn and Sloan in the middle right now. But Capote's footwork just letting him down for once. They're probably going to just want to have a little bit of a regroup, the Rough Riders, at half time. Other than the Max Rogers chance, they haven't created a whole lot. Struggling a little bit to find the flow. They are missing Albert Kang in the centre midfield. He does so much for them to keep that ball moving. Flynn sending that in towards Sloan. Back in with Sloan. Options in there. And that's going to be a corner. And the Rough Riders with a chance in the dying seconds of this first half. And the Rough Riders are just crowded in that 6-yard box. They've got the height advantage. It's sent in towards there. Thiensen, head in his hands. I think felt like he could have got a flick on that. It's going to be another corner. And he's just going to send that in towards that melee against Sanchez. And it's headed this time, and it's off the bar. And that is the final action. Sloan, half a foot from putting the Rough Riders in the lead right before the break. But the team's going in all level. It's been a enthralling first half despite the lack of goals. Both teams creating a couple of chances. Not much to choose between them, but a lot of attacking talent out there. Hopefully we can get ourselves a goal in the second half. And we'll be back shortly, guys. Do not go anywhere. All right, guys, and welcome back. Both these teams back on the field. We head into the second half of this title battle. Very little to call between the two teams in the first half. Sloan hitting the post off of the corner, literally with the last touch of that first half. And we're underway for the second half. Camp clearing that one out. Sloan just getting a little muscled out. Nice 1-2, and here's Avalero. And Harry nearly setting Ricketts away in the opening couple of seconds. Flynn looking for Capote. Capote did well to get a touch on it, and he won a corner there, did very well there. The Rough Riders winger. Swung in, cleared out. Sent back in again by Flynn, and it's forward back to Sanchez, and it's hit the top of the crossbar. And the keeper got a little fingertip on it as well, it seems. Sanchez wasn't the cleanest of strikes, but once again the Rough Riders hit the woodwork. And it's sent back in at that post, and this time the referee seeing some argy-bargy off the ball, calling it against the Rough Riders. No, just put through that one. Camp with that big height advantage over Ricketts. Thiessen driving forward, giving it into Rosler. Back to Thiessen, is looking for a little clever over the top for Capote. Can find them. That's a decent looking ball. It's a stay away Peterson. Camp alert to it. More to Rodriguez, who carried quite a threat. Rodriguez for Cedar Stars in that first half. Sanchez works out to Dent Garcia. It's cut out though. Let's give it to Rodriguez. Ricketts and Avalero steaming into the middle. He's looking towards him. Camp put his foot through that one, cleared it out. Camp again, such a solid foundation for that Rough Riders team in the middle of defence. Ricketts giving it to Lamb in the left back, sending it back across. Falling back to Rodriguez. And Camp is down. And it's a pain. Rogers is going and play is going on. Capote's going to chase that one. Green giving it back to Kohler and cleared out. Camp back on his feet now. I think it was actually Thiessen who was down. And there's a little bit of afters there between Avalero and Flynn. Not sure if the referee's actually given the free kick or not. Avarallo still down. Sanchez giving it to Rosler. And Ricketts do well to track back. Get himself in the way. Sent in by Eleno and Lona getting a touch on it. Lind coming out. And that was a very hairy moment for the Rough Riders. Good step back and camp that time. And they're looking to set away Sloan. And Sloan is through, Matthew Sloan. He's got a chance here for the Rough Riders. Can he make it 1-0? And Kohler stands him up really well. And that was a golden chance for the Rough Riders. Sloan found himself in acres of space. But Kohler just stood him up really well, made himself big. Best chance of the game, first real clear chance. Diaz in a tussle with Elano. The referee calling against the big number 14. That was a little bit loose by Leong. Thiensen looking over the top. Leong going back to Kohler. Moreno. Back to Lam. Orlano. And looking behind, and here comes Rodriguez. And he slipped it towards Peterson, and Rogers, some very good defensive covering work, intercepting it. We have some fireworks going off in the background. Not sure what exactly celebrate. Maybe Father's Day. My dad, if he's watching, he certainly deserves some fireworks. Happy Father's Day to everyone watching, all the dads. And they're sent it towards the front post. And Lynn gathering that one. Jensen and Rogers is looking for that over the top. He's given short to Rosler. The Rough Riders consider themselves very unfortunate at this point not to have got themselves in the lead. Hit the woodwork either side of the half. And then Sloan with the clear through and goal chance. Kohler stood up well. Capote couldn't get the first to that ball. Good turn by Rodriguez. Pearson, first touch just laying down, and Thiessen with a lovely spin. Gives it to Lynn. And Lynn just clearing that one out, but straight back with the green shirts. Poor touch though by Leong, and here comes Capote. Sets Rogers away. And what can the Aussie do? He's going to whip it in towards Sloan. Cleared out by Lamb comfortably enough. Dane Garcia skipped around one tackle, managed to get it to Diaz. Diaz giving it to Flynn. And Flynn looking for Sloan again, not the best. It's given out to Rogers, and Rogers has a lot of space. 4 white shirts up in the box. Sent it towards the back post. And it was Flynn. Oh, it's just a little bit too high for him to get over it. Diaz with a towering header. The Cedar Stars throw. One intercepted by Diaz. Pote just surrounded by too many green shirts there. Pote turning sharply there. Just about kept it in. 2 green shirts around him. Tried to cut in on Green. Green managing to get hold of it though. Diaz to Rogers. Back to Theanson. Then Garcia. Just forced it there. And the ball given back cheaply to the visitors. Roger won that one back well. Good feet there by Sanchez. Throwing for the Rough Riders. Matty Sloan will take this as another one to launch in. Eckerkamp, Dane Garcia and Theodson all moving up. The big defensive 3. And Cedar Stars once again putting all the green shirts back around their half. And Sloan tossing that one in, headed back across, and it's very nearly put into his own net there. I think that was Green in the end who got the head on it. And Sloan's throw actually warranted a wall there. There was one Cedar Stars players in front of him. The ref actually calling the corner on the other side. We're just waiting now to get this corner switch to the other side. And the ref and Coach Bowen having a little debate on the rules of the game about which side the ball goes off and what that means for the side of a corner. And we will be able to get going again. They're all in that 6-yard box. Whipped it towards by Rosler. It's Dane Garcia that time who got his head on it, and he knows he should have buried that one. He had a little pocket of space. sorry, I think that was Diaz actually got the head on it. That one's sent long again. And there's Diaz, that's a bit of a better header. But Moreno coming away with it, intercepted by Flynn. Flynn just forced it and it's just not quite connecting for either team at the moment. So we hit this hour mark, but it's still all level. USL 2 Metropolitan Conference leaders, Rough Riders. We'll want to get the win against their title rivals, Cedar Stars, to extend that gap. There's a couple of teams behind them in the table have games in hand on them. And it's given to Sanchez. And Sanchez then getting hauled down by Olano. Gives it to Ackerkamp. Pearson. Loose. But Moore couldn't get a good connection on either. Rogers. Gives into Capote, who's turned sharply there, Capote. Ball just wouldn't set down for him. Sharp turn there by Capote, and he's still going Capote. Awkward for Lam, and Capote just got on the back of his heels. Free kick called. Dan Garcia doing well there to get to Sanchez. Sanchez running a couple of tackles. And he went in a little wildly there, Sanchez. He's going to get a card for that one. Yellow card. And he did just lose a little bit of control of that tackle, Sanchez, thankfully. Olano quickly back up onto his feet. Nothing too serious from the tackle. Giving it out to Rodriguez. It's been quiet the last 10 minutes, but the hair's bouncing around. Ricketts just pushed a little bit too much in the back of Ackerkamp. It's going to be a free kick for the Rough Riders. And guys, Game and Frame is the live streaming all of the Rough Riders home games. The next ones we're going to have, it's going to be in about 10 days. We're going to have both the women's and the men. Have a look at those fixtures. We have the women facing up against Copa and the men against Westchester. Just definitely tune in for that one, guys. And the women picking up their first win of the season earlier tonight against Connecticut Rush. Another Nunez double. And Rogers picked up a yellow there for dissent. Fair and happy with that free kick call. And Rogers, someone that I've previously told, got a very sharp wit. Even the coaching staff sometimes are happy to see him out on the field and on the bench just to spare them sometimes from the jokes. But it got him a little bit in trouble there with the referee. Peterson giving out some more. And Olano just found a little bit of space. Peterson getting absolutely clobbered by Thiessen, but Thiessen got enough of the ball. He's still down, Peterson. Clearing out. And Sloan, good flick on towards Capote. And Capote has wriggled away from Green, and he's through Eduardo Capote. Just lost his feet. Green shirt's coming back. Still going on his left foot. But couldn't finish it. And he was so close from escaping Green there, Capote. He turned really well. Just lost his footing at the critical moment. Meanwhile, we have Pearson still down. Pearson still down over by the corner flag. And Lynn gone overtime as well. And this is some concern for the visitors. Got a hard tackle on by Thiessen. He's back on his feet now. And when we do restart, it's going to be Sloan to throw it in. The usual lineup sitting around that 6-yard box for the big throw. And Peterson moving freely now, so hopefully nothing too damaging. Sloan tossing that one in. Looking for flick on Diaz, cleared out. And he got clipped there by Sanchez. And Sanchez has got a second yellow, and the Rough Riders are going to play the last 25 minutes of this game with 10 men. It was Moreno who went down. The Rough Riders convinced it was a dive. I have to watch it back. The Rough Riders are going to be down to the 10 men, whether the call was right or wrong. And the visitors, Cedar Stars, now are going to fancy this one. 25 minutes left, and a chance this man advantage to really make up some ground on the league leaders. Green, give it to Leon. They're coming in towards the box again. He's cutting onto his right, back on his left, and he's gone down. And the referee didn't buy that one. That was Alvaro on the left side, weaving in. And the referee, linesman's assistant flag is up. And it's the Cedar Stars' turn to be unhappy. And a yellow card given to Avarallo. Presumably for that dive, perhaps for descent afterwards. But up until he went over, he had a long defender spinning for a second. And the Rough Riders are preparing. It looks like Gabriel Fernandez over on the touchline. So he tried to adjust to the losing a man. Coach Bowen still talking with the ref. It has been a very stop-and-start game, the way the referee has handled it tonight. There's been a lot of lectures with players and coaching staff, and it has at times disrupted the pace a little bit. referee's got a free kick there. It's going to be Rosler, who will whip it in with that left foot. Cedar Stars still getting everyone back. Ackerkamp in particular looks like he's got about 6 inches on the rest, and it is sent in and a little bit too close to Kohler. The Green looking for the route one. Flynn dealt with that one well. He gives it back to Lynn. And then looking over the top for Capote, and the foot race is on. Capote still going for it, and Kohler coming right to the edge of his box. Getting a hold of it. Lam looking towards Peterson. And Alin forced to come out. He was waiting to see if it would come into the box. Forced to come out of his area and hoof it out. And the Rough Riders making the first change of the night. And it is Capote making way. Garcia clearing that one out. And here is the newcomer with his first chance on it. And that's Bravo, who's come on for the Rough Riders. New member of the squad. Diaz came too hard on the back of Alano, and again, this referee may want to skip some of the Long Island diners for a little while. He's not made himself popular with the locals tonight. And here's Rodriguez out on that left side. Gives it back to Lamb. And back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes for the shot, but a couple of feet over the bar in the end and wasted. Yes, he gives it back to Lynn. Lynn send that one up long. Sloan looking up for Flynn. Garcia doing well on that. And Leon just going to try and shepherd that one out. Bravo doing his very best to keep it in, but odds were against him. Rodriguez, a little bit of time to turn. Going to Olano. And Olano still going, has the strike. I think Garcia got a heel on it. Cleared out, but only as far as Lam. And this may be the feature of the next 15 minutes of this game. 10 men, Rough Riders, they're back against the walls. Garcia. Up to Sloan. Sloan was looking to flick onto Bravo. They're going to have their work cut out for them, that front line. Actually, Sloan's probably dropped back into the midfield three to make up for the absent Sanchez. Bravo. Twisted tournament, couldn't find Rosler. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're watching on that YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We've got all the Rough Riders Homes games for the rest of this season. The men and the women, as well as much, much more coming to you. And we are wrapping up a lot of our spring season coverage this weekend. We had an incredible 60 games since March 27th. There's much, much more coming. That is Lamb, who's taken a seat off the field, and it looks like his evening is going to be done for the Cedar Stars. He's having a quick water break right now, just they're waiting for Lamb. Lamb back on his feet and jogging very gingerly. He was making the substitution sign, but you may see him come back on. Now he does come back on, Lamb, so he's going to try and play on whatever is perturbing him. And here is Lamb. Get into Alano. Alano looking to stay away Ricketts, and Ricketts has got it behind. Percox the goal. And Lynn coming off his line well to gather it. Peterson snooping around. Rosler giving it to Sloan. And Sloan couldn't find Flynn. And Alvaro's got away from that tackle, gives out to Rickett. Ricketts offside though. Lynn puts his foot through that one. But back again with the Cedar Stars, who expectedly, since that red card of Joey Sanchez, have just dominated possession. Bravo. Catching more there. And Sloan getting a yellow card there for talking to the referee, and they felt very frustrated with the ref this whole evening, the Rough Riders. And if you did miss that red card, it was the second yellow for Joey Sanchez. The Rough Riders feeling as if it was a dive that got it. Just want to watch back. Couldn't quite see clearly enough from where I was. But here comes Bravo. He's got a little bit behind. Giving to Rosler. The pass ran away from him. Rosler's done well there to retrieve that. And here's Rogers. Rogers sending it towards Bravo. And Caller swung at it. And the linesman and the referee deciding he didn't get a hand on it. The Rough Riders making another change. Bayane coming off. And he's looking behind towards Peterson. And that's Rotasio, who's come on for the Rough Riders for Thiessen. Thiessen putting in another solid display for the Rough Riders. They're looking over the top again there. Cedar Stars not able to capitalise. 10 minutes left. Still goalless. Rough Riders have hit the woodwork twice. Had a clear chance for a Sloan throw and goal. Haven't been able to convert their chances, but now down to 10 men. Joey Sanchez off. And Cedar Stars dominating the game since then. And it's Peterson. And they've got a number overload here. Cedar Stars, it's a 5-on-4. Peterson sends it towards the back post. Dent Garcia half clears it. Avaralo. Still got Avaralo. Stood up by Rosler. And Morano. Having the strike, Morano. Caught it decently. That's straight out of Lynn. Sloan couldn't bring that one down. And it's back again with Cedar Stars. Dent Garcia. A little bit too calm on the ball there. Got away with it. Cleared out by Lynn. Bravo wasn't quite sure what that one was. Rodriguez. And then Diaz just got a nick on Rodriguez. And it looks like Rodriguez's name is going to be added to the book as well. And Rough Riders making their third change. Galen Flynn coming off. And it's like Dylan Middlebrook. He's come onto that right side. Linking that towards Rogers, but over here, Rogers does well to keep that in. Green covering the space well though, Moore. Rodriguez. To Peterson. Back to Moreno. Sloan winning that one back though, and they've got a break here. Bravo is on, oh, it looked like he's onside. It was fractions, whichever way it was. So then it's actually Petridis who's come on to that right side for the Rough Riders. Very, very pacey winger. Tasho just clearing that one out. And Rosler and Sloan just getting in the way of each other there. And Moreno will bring it forwards. Alano out to Peterson. Peterson sending it back across. No one had gambled at the back post. Couldn't catch up with Peterson. That's a dangerous hit across the goal. Last 5 minutes. And the Rough Riders will stay top of the table. And right now on course to get an incredible 8th clean sheet in 9 games. And I think given, they probably would have liked to have won the game going into it tonight, but given they've been down to 10 men in the last 25 minutes, draw probably feels sufficient to them at this point. Diaz managing to get past two, but couldn't get past the third. And it's given out to Peterson. Ricketts up ahead of him. Sanchez on the inside, but he's driving in Peterson, and he's had the shot. Ratascio standing up really well. And Ratascio will bring that one out. Excellent work by the substitute defender, Rogers. Done well then, Rosler. Bravo continuing to move up ahead of him. And Rosler slips in behind him, just slowing on that back post. Bravo's going to try and find him, but not a good cross. Straight at Kohler. Ratascio stood up Peterson so well there. Peterson's looking so tricky on the ball, but Ratascio just stood him up. Diaz just hoofing that one. Bravo will try and get off the scraps, and he put enough pressure on Leong to force the throw in. And it's going to give the Rough Riders, is in effect, a corner with another slow launch. Then Garcia and Ackerkamp, Ratascio all up there, the back three, put towards that front post. And Bravo happy to let that go, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Rough Riders. And Bravo will take it. Three minutes left, a goal now surely would win it. See what Bravo can deliver. Sent towards the keeper, and it's put in! And the 10 men of Rough Riders have snatched it at the death! And their backs against the wall for the last 15 minutes. But they have not stopped fighting. And it was Rosler who tucked it away. His second in 2 games. And this could be a massive win for the Rough Riders in this USL 2 title race. Leading the table at the moment. And this would extend their lead above Cedar Stars, who are currently second. And give a bit more breathing room from clubs like Manhattan Soccer Club, who are a little further down but have a lot of games in hand. And they just have held out since going down to 10 men, the Rough Riders. They're not quite over the line yet. And it's coming into the box. Going to fall back to Alano. Dent Garcia bringing it out, and he's going to look to set away Bravo. And Bravo's onside. All alone at the moment. But what can the new signing do? And he's been brought down by Ricketts. And that's going to be a yellow for Ricketts. But Bravo on his debut, getting an assist as well from that corner. And we're 1 minute left of normal time. Can probably expect 3 or 4 minutes of added time with between the red card and a couple of injury stoppages. But even with 10 men, Cedar Stars going to be able to break down a Rough Riders team that's had 7 clean sheets this season. As Bravo sends that in at the near post, and the keeper looked a little bit slippy on that ball for a second. Gathered it in the end. Rodriguez. Hopeful ball up to Ricketts, and Ricketts has got the pace, and Ricketts has moved inside, and Bravo has brought him down, and probably a free kick he had to give away there. And as Ricketts down the other end, stopping Bravo on the counter-attack a moment ago, and Bravo returning the favour, and that's what you call a professional foul there. Just took the yellow card to stop the goal-scoring opportunity. It was a great burst.
Hey, come on, boys! Here it is! Here it is! Here it is!
From Ricketts, and they brought on the rather imposing Prowl, and Prowl, if possible, even taller than Ackerkamp, or about there. And the referee getting a lot of abuse now from the free kicks. They're not far away, but they're sent towards the back post. Lamb trying to flick it back in. Diaz got a head on it. And Aaron Dent Garcia hoofs that into the stands. Sanchez also has come on for the visitors. And we're into stoppage time. The Rough Riders have struck lace, and the referee is going to walk Diaz off of the field. And still in Middlebrook, coming on from him for these last couple of minutes of added time. Tossed in long. Sloan clearing it out. Ricketts falls to Lamb, and Lamb took the shot, but couldn't hit the target. 3 minutes left on stoppage time. And it is a late Rosler goal. That looks to have given the Rough Riders this massive win. Sloan brings that one down. Wow. He's been a good target man up there today for the Rough Riders. Bravo, who set up that goal. This is on his debut. Sloan's going to switch that across, and that's a good ball out to Petridis. His first touch just couldn't bring it down. Kohler sending it along, but right to Dent Garcia. Hoofs it again. Lamb looking for Ricketts, and there is Ricketts, turning sharply, and he's looking over the top towards Sanchez, but asking too much of the substitute. And it was Cedar Stars who started the game slightly on top. First 30 minutes. We're controlling the ball. And created a couple of half chances. Rough Riders had one or two as well, but right around the half-time break, Rough Riders hitting the post from Matty Sloan. And hit the bar as well in the second half. Joey Sanchez going 2 yellow cards to put them down to 10 men. And Cedar Stars really were all over them. But it just took one break from the Rough Riders to win themselves a corner. And they are so close now. Here's Orlano. Gives it to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looking to set away Sanchez. But the pass is overhit. Sanchez done well to keep it in. Ricascio clearing it out. Rodriguez is going to keep it in. Cross back in, and it's a great head out by Dent Garcia, who got hit hard by the substitute Prowl, who's got a lot of weight behind him, and that may take Dent Garcia a moment to get up. And there is the final whistle. And the Rough Riders, with 10 men, have snatched this title game at the death. Rosler off the corner kick, tucked away. Bravo on his debut, getting the assist. But the foundation for the Rough Riders' victory once again, it's that back line. It is an 8th clean sheet in 9 games. And they did it with 10 men for 25 minutes. And the Rough Riders extended the gap over Cedar Stars, who were in 2nd place, and put themselves in pole position at the top. And a game full of twists and turns. I think in the end, neither coach has come off particularly happy with some of the officiating. And guys, just as we wrap up this show, I just want to remind you that a week on Wednesday we're going to have more Rough Riders action. 5:30 we're going to have the women, who got their first win of the season tonight. They're going to be playing against New Jersey Copa. And then we're going to have the men facing the Westchester Flames. Definitely tune in for that one, guys. We've got all the Rough Riders home matches for the rest of this season. All right, guys, well, that just about does it for our USL 2 coverage tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Rough Riders have extended their lead at the top, down to 10 men. And it's going to be a game I think they're going to remember for some time as a real battle. But they eked it out in an 87th minute winner from Nicholas Rosler. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and we will catch you next time.